As usual, this episode was streamed live on Twitch, link in the description. Hey, what is up everybody? It's Animac here from the YouTube and Twitch channel Anime Uproar, and welcome to another episode of the Rant Cafe Anime Podcast. Back with me today, we have Nux and Briggs, the usual suspects. I'm not even going to let them introduce themselves. But we
Hi
also
guys,
have...
thanks for letting me introduce myself, Animac. Very cool. Moving on.
Great to be here as well, guys. Thank you so much, Animac, for introducing us.
Man,
Very
you guys,
cool.
you guys just don't get it. Okay, we got joining us.
Yeah,
today,
we didn't get it.
Back again, Tekking101. Hey, Tekking.
Hey everybody, I'm trying out this new hairstyle. I'll see how it goes. We'll
Yeah,
see.
this is an audio podcast. Tekking.
Yes, this is
And
very professional.
it's an
This is
audio
very
podcast.
professional. Yes.
Tekking, you look
And
like
next
Gara.
time, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen,
time skip.
he's going with the Marco haircut.
And we also have with us Aaron, aka YaroShien, an abridger, a voice actor, an all-around big crazy maniac who makes us laugh. Hey, how's it going, bro?
I live in a swarm of bees because I'm such a maniac.
There we go. That was the most original self-introduction.
I was like, how am I gonna follow up with that? I really wonder.
Really? How are you going to follow up the fact that I announced I have a haircut on a podcast? You could do it for a few ways, I think.
I know.
I can't even comment on my hair. Like I cut my own hair like a couple of weeks ago, and like I still see some of the blue dye.
Yeah,
from,
I
like,
see that. Yeah,
back in
cool.
October.
No, I mean,
I've had
you
to-
guys did great intros. That's why I told Briggs and Nux not to bother, because you're going to upstage them, and you did, and now they look stupid. But anyway, moving on to the topic of today's Rant Cafe podcast, we're going to be debating the best mentors in anime of all time. This is going to be another tournament arc. I know we've been obsessed with tournament arcs lately. We're not going to do them every week, but with this week we
Tournament
are
arcs.
going to do another tournament arc because the people demanded it, by which I mean Briggs and Nux really like their tournament arcs.
I feel,
True story.
I feel so out of place because I feel like Giguk should be here.
He is
One
a
day.
fan of tournament
We could
art.
summon him. Who has Nux? You have the Giguk signal this week, right? Shine the giant G in the sky.
We'll get
there's
Giguk
another
one week.
Yeah,
tournament
I
arc
call
going
it-
on.
The G spot.
Good times.
That's a
so
good- Yeah.
Jesus Christo.
This bracket was made up by Nux and Briggs, so I will leave it to one of them to introduce it and kind of go with the flow. Also, by the way, the winner of our free shirt from AnimeUproar.com for last week for their brilliant review, which I will read later, is someone named Megumin is something something. I'm not gonna say it, but nice,
don't puss
nice
out,
try,
man.
buddy. Nice try. It was a
Don't
brilliant
puss
try.
out.
Honestly, no. This guy. This was
Commit!
some. This was some
Come on.
L. No. This was some L versus light stuff, guys. It was
Ooh.
great. That's why he wins. But he's not gonna get me to say what he wanted me to say. Nux, Briggs, I leave
You
it
will
to you.
say it at
His
the end of this
name
video.
was, being that I am a man of culture and I respect every single reviewer. Isn't that right, everyone? Every reviewer deserves credit.
Yeah.
Well, except
Unlike
that one.
Animac, who turns his back on those that leave positive reviews.
I'll give him a
I don't
free
understand
shirt.
that, man.
I'll give him a free shirt, but I'm not saying it.
His name is Megumin is a viable option.
Hold on.
Inside joke.
Thanks for sending me
Anyway,
a shirt, by the way,
pump the
Animac.
brakes.
Those look pretty good.
Pump the brakes. Put that through the fucking windshield.
My pleasure, Tekking. I'm glad you
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
shirts, man.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I got.
Well, in any case, this is a tournament arc. For those of you unfamiliar, we have selected our choices of the top 16 mentors in anime. And we have pitted them against each other in a tournament bracket where they will proceed to the finals, and then we'll all get salty at who eventually wins. This goes by vote. Since there's 5 of us, 3 votes proceeds. Are you ready?
I'm
Yes.
ready.
Fun fact.
Alrighty. So in the first round, we have the pervy sage himself, Jiraiya from Naruto, versus Silver's Rayleigh from One Piece.
Okay.
Tekking,
So-
would you like to kick this off as
Yes,
the One Piece guy?
I'm looking at this, I'm like, Rayleigh, he's pretty cool. But the thing is about both of these mentors, and I love that you both put them in the same bracket to start off, because they're kind of like the godfatherly characters of the protagonists. Naruto, Luffy didn't really have dads growing up, so they have to kind of take over for that. In that regard, I want to say Jiraiya's better at it, because we get to see his relationship with Naruto develop a lot better, because he's more prevalent in the series. Rayleigh doesn't show up until like 500 chapters in. And of course, in One Piece, the crew is traveling all the time, so Rayleigh doesn't really have a lot of time to sit down and come here, Luffy. Let me sit you on my lap and tell you about my old friend Roger. This one time he got really schnockered at a bar and it was crazy. So I think I'm gonna have to go to Jiraiya on this one. Honestly,
Ooh.
I know, contentious point, but
Wow. So
yeah.
I personally, my favorite part about Rayleigh is the flashbacks, meaning that whenever Luffy's in a pinch, he's about to lose, bam, Rayleigh flashback takes the W. I mean, we're gonna need at least 5 or 6 Rayleigh flashbacks against Kaido. I think
that's happened once.
Twice,
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah.
But in any case, I also vote for Jiraiya, being that he's probably my second or third favorite character in Naruto. And I don't know, he had such an interesting story arc. Like, he was the mentor of Pain also.
Oh yeah,
So.
yeah. That's a whole other facet to look at that.
So my vote goes to Jiraiya as well.
Well,
Let's let YaroShien go next since he's our guest for the first round.
As far as things, like, especially when it comes down to the, like, I really do like One Piece. Don't ever get me wrong, but like, I'm a little bit more closer antiquated with Naruto and Jiraiya because, like, I remember the introduction of Jiraiya, and like, I can't ever be disappointed with a mentor like Jiraiya. Yeah, sure, he was a bit of a pervy sage. Don't ever get me wrong.
That's
like,
what makes him endearing.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say being a pervert is endearing, but
Wow, when Jiraiya does it.
I mean, Jiraiya was also like an 18+ writer, so
Oh yeah,
you gotta respect the hustle.
Now that's a
So-
mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but his fights scenes are also like full of life that you didn't get to see, I would say, from Rayleigh. As much as flashbacks are okay, I feel like that kind of cuts out a bit from the relationship build between modern Luffy and old Luffy. And so when I think of like Naruto had a relationship for the longest time with Jiraiya, and to watch him go was like truly one of those heartbreaking scenes. So I'm gonna have to give it to Jiraiya, simply just because like there's more wholesome, like you said, like godfatherly,
Yeah.
like built upon that aspect that
All right, well,
personally love.
Jiraiya takes the W in the first round. Animac, Briggs, any?
Well, I personally like Rayleigh. I did not make it to, before the 500 chapter or to the 500 chapter of One Piece. So I'm good either way.
So it looks like we have 4 votes on Jiraiya, and me, the One Piece guy, I have to give something. They are very, very similar, like similar characters in the sense that like they showed Luffy or Naruto the basics, and then it was kind of like figure the rest out yourself. I'm not gonna baby you, right? Like Jiraiya showed Naruto the basics of the Rasengan, while Rayleigh showed Luffy the basics of hockey. But at the same time, they're like, okay, you have your basic structure down, figure the rest out on yourself, and like develop yourself as a person and your strength like your own way, find your own path type of thing. Because then you don't want to become a copy of your master, but rather kind of like take points and then become your own person.
Exactly.
So I think they're both good. Like you guys mentioned, Dry does get a lot more time than Rayleigh, so it's hard to compare these characters. I feel like I don't want it to be a 5-0 win for Jiraiya, even though I was kind of leading Jiraiya myself. So I'm going to give it to One Piece because I think he deserves some love as well.
Rayleigh deserves
mad
at least
respect.
one. Yeah, I agree.
By the way, can we just say fun fact? When Briggs tells his friends, Briggs lives in Canada, right? When he tells his friends he's going to hockey practice, they think ice hockey. Not ice hockey. He's going to hockey practice, people.
That's right. He traps himself on an island and wrestles bears.
I have a question. Do you actually play hockey?
I do. I play ice hockey and ball hockey.
That would be
What is
confusing then.
What is the puck bunny? I gotta know.
Puck bunny.
What's the puck bunny?
I
The
don't
final
know.
evolution of the new Fire-type starter Pokemon. Thank you, Yaro, for
It's the
bringing
most
that up.
kawaii thing in the world, isn't it? Nothing. Hashtag not a furry. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's do that.
Next
Yeah, I have
round
no
or
idea what a
next
puck bunny is.
matchup.
Yeah,
Hashtag
I
Ricky-
saved your
Ricky
ass
for the
on
win.
that, Briggs. Don't bring it back.
I can make some assumptions, but we should probably just move on.
Yeah.
There's so
Hey,
many
you-
hockey
as-
terms
as
that
they
just
say,
make no sense.
Assumptions make an asshole out of you and me.
I think I passed that threshold a while ago. I make a lot of assumptions.
Well, in any case, the second round, we have Kisuke Urahara from Bleach versus Dr. Frankenstein from Soul
I get
Eater.
it.
Stein. I'm sorry, but Stein, you're not gonna get me to change my mind.
All right, so tell us, why? Why Stein? What do you like about him?
So, Kisuke's a bit of a dick.
I mean, he kind of is, yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
And that's
Yeah.
why me and
He
Nux
had,
love him.
Like he's a mentor in the sense of just like he comes in, smacks Ichigo in the back of the head, and then walks away. It's just like, look
he
how
smacks
stupid
Ichigo
you
in
were.
the back of the head, and he gets his butler guy. Okay, butler guy, go kick him in the nuts. Butler guy goes up to him, kicks him in the nuts, and says, "Okay, are you ready to fight?"
like
what?
It's like, what did we learn? And it's just like, what was the lesson? But like Stein, okay, so Stein has effective methods of teaching. He's already a teacher.
Yes.
Like like I understand both are scientists in a way, but like Stein has an amazing character arc, especially in the manga. I would say a little iffy in the anime because I know the anime before manga, that whole thing.
Yeah. They touched
But-
upon it. Yeah.
But like he also like he has a decent relationship with Mjolnir, amazingly enough.
Yes. The
has an amazing relationship. Had to fight his own demons. There was just so much about Stein that I just love. In fact, like my initial design for a lot of my channel stuff was based off of Stein. My initial like YouTube thing was Smoking Stein Productions. But this is still a everlasting love for the character, simply because like voiced by Jack Huber, was an amazing teacher, taught Maka literally as much as he possibly could. He was able to teach Black Star how to control the
Soul Force, I think.
Yeah, like-
yeah, that.
and like he constantly is this staple character of being an amazing mentor, an amazing scientist, and somebody that had to fight his own demons as well, and just constantly had this inner back and forth that I absolutely love. Kisuke is just a dick.
Well, thank you for that segue. Very cool. I personally, even though I love Stein, like he's probably in my top characters of Soul Eater. Maybe even my favorite. Except for Excalibur, please.
Well, yeah.
Excalibur. But aside
Troy
from
Baker
Excalibur,
as Excalibur, come on.
it's greatness. But I really like Stein, and it's tough to pit him against Kisuke in the first round because I personally like Kisuke better, and I will be giving my vote to Kisuke. He's my favorite character in Bleach. I love his assholery. If you know me, then you know I'm a big fan of the, dickish, assholey type characters.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely
And-
fair.
He gets the job done in such a fun way, and you don't know what he's getting at the whole time. I think in all, especially if you include his backstory and how he was a captain and how he, watched Aizen and all that, I
Yeah.
would say that I way prefer Kisuke to Stein. Even though Stein reminds me of Lloyd from Code Geass. But hey.
I feel like
When he was
Yeah.
first introduced, I was like, wait a second, I've just seen this guy. And you know Lloyd from Code Geass, the guy who
Yeah.
made the Lancelot?
Yeah.
Yuzaku. Well, in any case, I vote Kisuke.
I think I'm also gonna have to vote for Kisuke. Yeah, like Aizen was like kind of like the bad guy from the shadows, but Kisuke was like the good guy from the shadows. Like he couldn't enter the Soul Society, so he used Ichigo as his pawn. He had the whole thing with the Hogyoku, and like I don't know, he was an amazing character. He was so cool and badass, and similarly to Nux, I am a fan of like that asshole character.
Yeah. Definitely subscribe to Nux Taku.
This is really tough for
Well,
me.
let
but
me go way in here and go with Stein because
Okay.
I'm a sucker
Yes.
for mad scientists.
Son of a bitch.
Right? I mean, also, like, they like Bleach had their mad scientist as well, which was
Yeah, Mayuri. Yeah.
Yeah, but Mayori's voice actor. Damn.
especially the Japanese voice actor, because the Japanese voice actor of Mayori is Frieza.
Yes. I prefer
Well,
his English because
I prefer his English.
Fool!
Yes. Perfection is something that is unattainable.
Next, you blithering dolt! How dare you ever imitate me again?
I was
And
actually
now you will feel your own death for the next 1,000 years.
I was actually gonna play him in an abridged series once.
I can do his voice kind of halfway, but it's really straining on my throat to do
But
it.
like listening to Nux's voice, I really wish that they would have heard him, because they probably would have gone through with the series.
Oh my god.
I'm excited to hear Tekking's take on.
All right, so
Kisuke.
Tekking, the
I-
Bleach boy.
You know, I look at both of these characters and I'm like, they just have that cool aesthetic. You know, Kisuke's just really cool. They don't really, I mean, I think Stein a little bit more than Urohara don't get that attached to their disciples with Urohara and Ichigo. It was pretty much just like, I'm going to screw with you a few times. Like that time he put on the helmet, like say that weird chant and you have to like embarrass yourself. And he's just getting a kick out of it. I'm going to toss you down a hole. You might turn into a hollow and devour your own soul from the inside out and we'll have to put you down or not. I don't know. It's up to you, really. But I gotta go with Kisuke. I'm a Bleach guy at heart, so yeah.
Heartbreaking.
I know.
So the deciding vote by Tekking is Kisuke, and he advances
Yeah.
to the next round. So far we have Jiraiya advancing in the first matchup, Kisuke advancing the next one, and I'll let Nux announce the next two characters.
All right.
Nux.
So next.
Nux,
We
make sure
get-
you yell it.
That's what I'm trying to do, man.
Yeah,
This
don't
is
forget.
what I'm paid for.
Don't forget.
All right.
Wait, you pay us?
I know.
I pay you in shirts, animeuproar.com.
Oh, that's actually pretty damn good. Okay, I like my I gotta smash them all my Hero
When
Academia shirt.
when
Now,
am I gonna get a shirt?
Hold on.
I gotta know.
After the show.
Yes, please.
Cheers.
In any case, moving
I'll wear it.
on, and I will yell because everyone likes it better. We have Izumi Curtis, the teacher from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, versus Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z, an epic mentor of Gohan, definitely teaching him the art of the dodge.
Oh man,
what?
these are great tsundere mentors right here. Like,
You
I vote for Izumi Curtis from Fullmetal Alchemist, one of my favorite characters in the series.
You are a good man, Nux.
you are a man of culture, Nux.
There we
I,
go.
I had to give it to Izumi, not only because like I love Piccolo. Don't ever get me wrong. I do love Piccolo, but I just rewatched all of Full Metal Alchemist, and Izumi Curtis
Dude.
reminds me why she is so great.
She is. I am recollecting the manga. I already own the manga, but they're releasing it in that hardcover, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm buying the whole thing again. And the volume 4 they just released, that's when Izumi makes her appearance. So I'm actually refreshed on the character as well now.
yeah, I mean, it's hard because Piccolo is like my childhood, man, Dragon Ball Z, and he's such a classic character. But Izumi is a woman that can kick my ass, and I love a woman that can kick my ass.
Listen,
No,
yeah,
I do too,
to quote Spike Spiegel, I
Yeah.
love a woman that can kick my ass.
Yeah, I gotta go with Izumi too, and I'm gonna get attacked by Dragon Ball fans, but like, I'm sorry, bros.
Hey man, like I think when you consider the fact that the Elric brothers go and train with her right after their mother dies, like Izumi basically becomes their stepmother. That is so powerful for their relationship.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
Piccolo
sure,
is
sure,
Gohan's
sure.
dad.
Yes, but technically his real dad is still alive, which, well, sometimes. But
Not the greatest of dads, mind you, but yeah, he's still alive sometimes.
sometimes.
Depending on
the,
his mood, depending on the
depends
time
on the
of
day
month.
of the month, you know.
Van Hohenheim.
Yeah, wrong dad, but very cool.
So I guess Izumi.
So it looks like
slaughtered.
Izumi Curtis destroyed Piccolo. All right,
I
sorry,
think
man.
Piccolo's worth noting, but I would have voted for Izumi as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually like a hard bracket. Like I
Oh,
would have
no.
loved
Yeah.
to see Stein or Rayleigh in the semifinals, but unfortunately, there's 16 contenders for the semifinals.
You wouldn't have liked to
Anyway.
see Piccolo. God damn it, Nux.
Next round is gonna shake heads. It's Yami
boy.
from Black Clover versus Oru Maitu from My Hero
Dude.
Academia.
Oh, this is so hard. These two characters,
This is
like,
hard for me. I have a very strong preference.
So we have Dark for
And
All
no one-
versus All Might.
Yes.
Dark for all.
Wait, listen to me. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm going with Yami.
Hell yeah!
And the reason I'm going with Yami is like All Might is this good guy. He's this, prototype of a hero. He's great. He's noble. But Yami's hilarious. He's hilarious.
All Might's kind of hilarious too.
Not like not like edgy hilarious like we are.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All Might's like your dad hilarious, but like Yami's like one of us hilarious. So I gotta go with Yami, man.
well, just surpass your limits, otherwise you die.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, I'm also gonna go for Yami. I like
really?
All Might. I do like All Might, but in my books, he's not even a comparison to Yami. Like All Might's not in my top 5 characters of My Hero Academia. Yami is in like my top 3 characters of Black Clover.
Yeah.
I will give
And
you that. That's probably with me
thing-
too.
The thing is about Yami and his mentorship, he'll take someone that he thinks, has potential, and he'll look for anyone that suits his basic outline of a person. And the
Yeah.
Black Bulls is set up as a basic refuge for social underdogs.
Yeah.
Either you're born from from a commoner family, or you're born from a noble family, but you're basically a letdown, like Noel, who can't control magic, or you have Finral, who
Yeah.
compared to his brother has like crappy magic, even though it's beast.
It's pretty good.
These are the people he'll take. Now he's not gonna go the All Might route and spoon feed them every bit that he can. Like, I mean, All Might, obviously Deku works hard, but All Might will do everything for him to get to that point. Yami will make you decide to work for yourself. And he'll just be like, he'll shrug and he'll say, okay, guys, time to surpass your limits. And everyone's like, that's stupid. You can't surpass your limit. That's what the word limit means. But then when you see Yami fighting Veto, he's like, all right, guys, watch. I'm about to surpass my limits.
Just watch this. This is real time here, so take notes.
Yeah, and he also he will threaten to brutally murder and beat up his students in order to motivate them. As someone from an Eastern European family, I can relate to my dad in that sense.
Oh
So
my God. You walk into your dad in the bathroom.
I'm playing.
I'll kill you.
I'm playing, everybody. I'm playing. But no.
Yeah, we believe you.
By the way, counterpoint. I'm still voting for Yami, but counterpoint by Pooh Zerker in the chat. Yami never made one of his students eat his hair.
Oh.
To be
Checkmate.
fair,
I have a
that's
pretty
weird.
though.
To be fair, off screen, I would not put it past him.
True.
Just like eat my hair for absolutely no reason.
Yeah, he'd be like,
So,
Asta,
I
this
can
will give you
imagine-
magic.
I can imagine Yami one day just like, hey, Finral, watch this, and he puts like a piece of hair in Asta's drink in the morning, and then he drinks it. They start
So-
laughing at him.
So I once again fall into a certain aspect because I literally just caught up on Black Clover recently because I've been like 20 episodes behind because I was so into it. I was actually like one of the people that like ultimately defended Asta when we first found Asta. And it's just like, wow, Asta's like really annoying. And I'm like, no, he's just a fucking kid.
Yeah,
Sorry.
same
Yeah,
here. I defended
I
him.
never found him annoying. I never did. Someone asked me that question on a live stream too. I was like, I never really found him that annoying.
Yeah, he's not annoying. He's just a kid, man. He's like, he doesn't know the real world just yet. Let him experience it, and he'll pull back. Now he actually like he reminds me of Naruto when we first met Naruto. Naruto was annoying as all hell when we first met him, but then he's like, we're now like nearly 80 episodes in.
Yeah.
And like
You-
you see,
yeah,
Asta has definitely grown up a
Yes.
bit more, and he'll definitely grow up a lot more as the series continues.
I
Well,
think
as
so.
someone who is up to date in the manga and loving Asta as a character,
Same.
not as
Yeah.
much as Yami, but he's a great character.
So like,
yeah.
so ultimately, to note, catching up on Black Clover, I have a lot of feeling for Yami because I think Yami is an amazing mentor. He's a great leader, and a lot of his backstory is just very wholehearted, like fish out of water kind of situation, which now he had to adjust his entire life living in a place he's never lived in.
Right? Yep.
But, and I'm gonna have to go against the grain on this one.
All Might
I
has the hair.
like I like All Might a lot more, simply for one
Yes.
thing and one thing only. United States of Smash.
Mhm.
as a
Good,
as-
valid
I would-
counter argument.
I would reenact it, but I can't fix my bed again, and I don't want to blow out my microphone from yelling it that loudly. But
like Christopher Sabat.
Oh, it's
like,
beautiful.
The animation, the heart, the soul, the love, the pure adrenaline rush of watching a guy punch someone into the ground so hard it creates a tornado, an F5 tornado in the middle of a city.
so many people died from that fight. So many people are dead.
And to sit there and hold your fist up like they would in the movies, it just constantly trying to remain that pillar of light. I'm sorry.
And then you have Yami, who walks up to about to self-destruct Veto, shrugs and said, "What's good, bitches?" This is his actual. I quote, "What's good, bitches? I'm about to surpass my limits." And then he opens up a miniature black hole, which is a power he's never had before, but he just came up with on the spot and sucks him in.
So
Yami's my
personally-
boy, man.
That is cool. I will give it to you.
I don't know. That's pretty dope. And
I'm gonna have to-
the
also
way
once
he
again-
trains Asta, he's training Asta by absolutely not training Asta. And it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's
Like-
something I need to address about All Might, but I think that's something that annoyed me. I also want to say this is best mentor tournament, so it's not like who's the most cool or badass, because
True,
Yami
true.
fucking the most badass character, like compared to All Might. But I just want to say that something that annoyed me about All Might was he gave Deku the world, basically. He like gave him all this huge ability, and Deku couldn't control it, obviously, and then he didn't
Right.
help him control it. It's
Yeah,
like he gave him the best work ever, then didn't help him. He's like, "Oh yeah, you're fucked. You can't use it, boy."
like it caused a lot of damage off the bat, which is fairly unfair because that's going to limit him in the future.
Yeah, it would have been nice to give him like a heads up. Like, if you use this power, you're not going to control the output, and you're probably going to break both your goddamn legs. So,
or like
you know,
maybe like get him on
You
a
know.
regimen, or like try to help him in order
They-
to like, I don't know.
he tried to get him to that point as fast as he could, but they kind of just ran out of time. I don't know if it's just because I'm biased because I just watched that All Might Rising OVA yesterday. That like 2-minute OVA. I don't know if you've seen it, but
Nope.
it shows it's very quick, and it just shows All Might and how he got separated from Nana, like, and how the fight between him and her and All for One went. And it's like that experience and how he tries to act as a mentor now. It colors his character in a completely different light. I'm gonna have to vote for All Might on this one.
So 2-2. Briggs.
Yeah,
It's up to
Oh.
you.
I don't know.
I
I
thought
still
I already
like
voted.
how Yami's training Asta. Like, for example, when Yami was fighting Licht, and at the same time, he's basically hinting to Asta what he has to do to Master Key. I don't know.
what does your dog vote for? We can break this. We can still get All Might to win.
I
Ein,
think I
what
heard
do you
him say
think?
Yami.
Okay, so
Damn it.
Yami wins.
Yes!
Damn
All
it.
Might loses in the first round.
Yeah, he's wearing
I
a black.
also vote for Yami. Just,
Yeah.
He's wearing a black collar. He's voting for Yami.
Yeah, if you guys are wondering why people are saying, "Oh, it's because YaroShien has his dog in his lap and he's adorable." And if you-
He's a
freaking
he's a
cute.
corgi.
And
He's
if
a
you want to
corgi.
see him, then you have to follow us on Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah.
The visual
If-
medium.
don't think
if
All
you
Might's that good
really
of a
want to
mentor
see
now.
him, follow me on Instagram. I post more pictures there.
Hey, we're trying to
Why-
link our stuff here. You didn't get.
I know. I'll link back to Anime Uproar. Hold on. We'll get a screenshot of this guy.
There we go.
There
Aw.
you go.
Yeah, he's
Dogs
calm
are
and cool.
probably, in modern society with Instagram and everything, dogs are probably they're like celebrities now. They're
This
like
one
more-
already is.
Yeah, they're more popular than humans, so it's like they already
No.
are.
This one already is. To those of you who here knows Kaylee Mills.
Not me.
Nope.
Nope.
No, okay, so she's the English voice actress of Amelia for ReZero.
Oh, the
Ah.
best girl. Awesome.
Yeah. I agree.
So this used to be her dog. She's gonna be moving, and unfortunately, she wasn't gonna be able to take Banjo with her. And recently, I went to go take some of the classes over at Bang Zoom last Monday, and apparently, everyone knows who Banjo is. And so Banjo is anime famous because he's well known in the Bang Zoom studios.
Oh, that's cool, man.
And
Yeah,
that is when
Duchess.
YaroShien manages to
Duchess,
snatch
why
a
are you
role in
popular?
Funimation.
And
God,
Tekking is yelling
yeah.
at his dog for not being a celebrity. So
That's her fault.
In any case, yeah, that's right. Real YouTubers know that we piggyback off our pets. It's
Damn
not vice
straight.
versa.
yeah.
In
Yeah.
any case,
All right,
moving on
well,
to the right side of the bracket,
If I could
we
make
have
a million
great
views off of
teacher.
Banjo, I would.
Oh.
We have great teacher Onizuka, and in his title it has great teacher. Let me remind you.
Yes.
And he's up against Koro Sensei from Assassination
Oh
Classroom.
God. Oh, my God.
Koro! Koro!
I've seen a lot more Assassination Classroom than the other dude, but he has best teacher in the title, so I'm gonna go with that dude.
No. Okay.
Wow.
Hold on.
Well done.
Hold
That's not
on.
the basis of an argument!
What a mad lad!
Hold your
Very,
horses.
Very
Hold your.
cool
What
text.
an absolute mad lad!
I've only seen like a few episodes of Assassination Classroom, so I really don't want to. I can't. I know. I can't see everything, Aaron. You have a list of all the recommendations I get from my fans. It's like a mile long.
It's almost as long as the list I give him, damn it.
Yes, Nux, you actually sent Nux. For those of you that don't know, Nux
Slams desk.
Nux literally sent me a medieval scroll in the mail that it's magical that fills in all of the anime he wants me to watch.
And there are a lot, and not
There's a
all
lot.
of them are JoJo's. but
Everyone,
90%
hold
are
your
JoJo's.
horses because I've seen all of both of these Tekking.
Okay, well then enlighten me. Is he
Same.
really the great teacher?
Animac. I know this is gonna turn into a nice little debate here.
Both of these are on the surface like horrible mentors. One of them is a tentacle
All right.
monster who is threatening to destroy the world unless he is assassinated by his own students. It's insane. Only anime could have this plot, and it's amazing.
That is true. But hey, has good intentions. He's like, hey, I'm giving you a chance to escape it. There you go.
Yeah,
I'm a
but
nice guy.
as the story goes on, he becomes one of the greatest characters in anime. He's amazing. Onizuka is also, he's a dude. He's a former gangster who comes to a school so he can pick up high school chicks.
Oh.
And he does incredible, violent, terrible things. However, he's also really cares about his students and like not in a sexual way, because he ends up, being totally a normal teacher. He's only 22, by the way. So just to clarify.
Okay, so it's not that bad, but it's
Yeah.
still bad.
It's still bad,
He
but it's
doesn't,
not.
like-
Yeah.
Like,
But
I
he
was
doesn't
watching a
actually
thing on
do
the-
anything with a student. He just comes in with that
Okay.
mindset, but then he grows as a person. So both are
Okay.
amazing, man. Both
That's
are
good.
amazing.
And he teaches a hell of a lot of life lessons along the way.
Yeah,
Yes.
what subject does he teach? Because if it's math, then I don't know. I'm gonna have to pick a different.
But no, here's the thing about Koro Sensei, and I'll make this argument very finite.
Go
He
for it.
does threaten to destroy the world, but it's under the pretense that he's gonna die either which way.
Yeah, but we don't know exactly
Eh.
why. The setup is he's gonna destroy the world. We don't know why, but then we learn stuff later.
Yeah.
Ah,
So, but also, like, if you watch the show as it goes on, he does improve the life of what was students that couldn't be considered improvable.
yes, correct.
So, like, he makes their lives significantly better. All of them have an enormous amount of success after they graduate.
Yeah, but
Like,
Onizuka does the same. He helps problem kids who have serious issues with violence and other stuff. So they're both very similar characters. Whoever put them together, good job.
Yeah, Nux, this is a great matchup, but it's not
Oh,
hard for me at
thank you.
all. I'm definitely voting for Onizuka. I'm definitely biased, to be fair. Great Teacher Onizuka is like my third favorite anime of all time. I rewatch it all the time. Onizuka, like you said, goes in with the wrong intentions, right? And the first class he deals with, they were all a bunch of hoodlums, and he kicks their ass. That was basically what happened. He kicked all their asses.
Sounds like that old movie Stand and Deliver. Have you ever watched that? It's a movie about a teacher that comes in with a bunch of ruffians, and he has to how do I teach these kids?
I've seen the South Park parody of it.
Yes, that's what the parody is. It's a really good movie though.
By the way-
And then basically they learn who he really is, and they all end up respecting him. But then he moves to a different class who he can't discipline the same way. And that's what the majority of the series is based upon, him teaching this one troublesome class that end up making every teacher quit. And he really does end up caring for his teachers, and he has a very unique way of teaching. For example, he'll teach every student differently with what methods suit them. And at
That's
the same
awesome.
time, he values more than just school or learning or like test grades, for example.
My
He
God.
values life lessons,
I
getting them
know.
to have a good childhood.
Yeah, but
That's
guys,
awesome.
all of this also applies to Koro Sensei, except with Koro Sensei, the stakes are so much higher. I love them both. I'm gonna go with Koro though.
Is it kind of messed up that both of these anime teachers that are fictional are better than the teachers that I actually had in high school?
100%.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
but at the same time, they're not exactly
Yeah,
role
to be-
models for your
To
average
be fair,
guy.
yes, they're not role models, but they care about their students. Because I can't think of any teacher that stayed longer. Like as soon as that bell rang, they were out of school faster than the students were a lot of times.
Man, Onizuka, I don't want to spoil it, but Onizuka pretty much gives up his like life. I guess
Holy-
both teachers
Wow,
do.
that's dedication
For
there.
his, it's crazy,
Yeah,
man.
I don't
everything
think-
Briggs is saying applies to Koro Sensei too. I don't know if he
Yeah, it's
realized
fun.
it.
It's crazy.
In quick reference to Onizuka, have you guys ever watched or read the manga Way of the House Husband?
Nope.
I have not.
Oh, it's great.
That laugh does not fill me with confidence.
No, it's amazing. Like quick summary. This old yakuza fixer ends up becoming a house husband, and like he never like leaves behind like the intonations of like how he's always dealt with things in the yakuza, but like he carries around like hydrogen peroxide, which is like OxyClean in like plastic
Yeah.
bags, and it looks like drugs, basically.
God.
Like you put this bag next to him and you associate drugs. And so he's like, yeah, it's hydrogen peroxide. It gets anything out of white clothing, and it just goes in and kills it. And I'm like, whoa, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. It's an amazing comedy like manga. I suggest everyone go read it. I love it.
I am
Yeah,
intrigued.
I definitely get those similar vibes from Onizuka, who is a former gangster. And by the way, Koro Sensei also has an interesting past that is kind of the same wavelength.
Yeah,
Well,
it's so
Yeah.
hard
now
to. I
that
don't want to
that's
spoil
all
anything.
said,
for
I
Fro.
believe it's a 2-on-2, and I am left with all the power to decide.
Yeah.
I saw in the chat they were like, is teaching kids to kill really a good thing? I saw that in the chat. I'm like, well, I mean,
To be fair, they both teach kids to kill,
I mean,
so it's not a
In
valid
a dog
argument.
eat
Depends
dog
on-
world.
it depends on the context, I guess.
I mean, I
I
don't
would
think
say if
Onizuka really.
I wish I learned methods of murder earlier.
We had murder class.
Yeah, no, if I had a class that taught me how to kick ass, then I would have taken that class a long time ago. Which I did.
Not
It's called
have Fate
wrestling.
Zero abridged, not worth it. In any case, being that I have all the power, and I have to say, Koro Sensei's ending at the end of the second season
Yeah.
was so moving. It should move anyone to want to vote for him. But I don't vote for him. Suckers! Onizuka's way better. I'm a big fan of Koro Sensei. I liked the ending of Assassination Classroom. I thought it was greatness. But I don't understand how you can compare the mentorship of the two. Koro
Come on.
Sensei cared oodles and oodles about his students. That's true, granted. He himself did not teach life lessons.
Yes, he did.
Uh,
He
yeah,
did.
No, it
I
wasn't
think-
coming directly from him. It was the circumstances that taught life lessons. They
like
all
that-
learned life lessons from themselves because this creepy octopus guy decided he was
Yeah,
going to destroy
in
the
like the
planet.
2 episodes I did watch, I think he was teaching that one kid about baseball or whatever. That seemed like a life lesson.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It wasn't
the
a
same
life
extent,
lesson.
man.
I feel like
All right.
Onizuka spoke to me, whereas Koro Sensei cared about the characters. And my vote, hands down, goes to Onizuka.
Also, Onizuka is way more badass. But I know that.
Also,
doesn't
Onizuka's way
technically
more
count.
badass and would probably be able to kill Koro Sensei.
Well, let's have Seth the programmer confirm that, because I feel like Koro Sensei can slap great teacher Onizuka.
Clearly, you're lowballing Onizuka out of
Yeah, low diff, mid tier.
Wait, he gives me the impression he's like a regular human. Can he fire like key blasts or something? Because I really got to check out this.
No, he
anime if
can't. They're
that's okay.
memeing you. They're memeing you.
Yeah, he.
You're not under the
Ah,
impression
okay.
that Onizuka could take on the Marvel universe.
That's already been ingrained. I'm just gonna be
right,
watching
well, I
Captain
figured-
Marvel
I
now,
figured it
waiting
was
for this
worth
dude
saying.
to show up.
To
you
be
know?
fair,
Yeah.
Great Teacher Onizuka is also a comedy, and he seems pretty indestructible to me within his universe.
No,
I
okay,
challenge
that
that.
logic. Stop. Okay. Not, not the logical.
Enough of this. Enough of this.
He's
We
meant to
understand
be a
that
gag
Onizuka
character.
would beat Koro Sensei in a fight. The discussion was who's a better mentor, and Onizuka won due to the power of votes. Thank you, Lord.
No,
Rigo.
fair enough.
Thank
Fair
you,
enough.
Tekking.
Now,
Hey, democracy.
can we not?
There we go.
Can we not even go to the next one? Because I don't know what the fuck to do with myself.
The next
Hey,
one,
man,
Animac
this
never
dude-
heard of any of the characters because he's a beast. No, we're not up to that next one.
Oh, okay.
We're up
okay.
to Bisky from Hunter x Hunter versus Akisame from Kenichi.
I don't know who Akasame
I don't know who
is.
Kenichi is, so Bisky and me.
Bisky is a okay.
I hate you
yeah,
both. Let me fucking bring you over. I'm so
Okay.
upset with
All
myself
right,
by
all right.
putting these two guys like against each other, like Akisame, because if Akisame.
hit me, Briggs. Hit me, Briggs. Okay, why
Okay.
should I love Akasame?
Well, you know how I said that like Great Teacher Onizuka is like my third favorite anime of all time.
I do recall this. Yes.
Kenichi is my favorite anime of all time.
Ooh,
One Piece is my
okay.
favorite manga. Just saying for everyone
Okay.
who's like,
Okay.
what? You're
fair
the One
enough.
Piece
Yeah,
guy.
yeah. Yeah, I know.
Akisame is a fantastic mentor. I'm trying to figure out how to word this.
The guy knows judo.
He is a
Okay, that's a.
he is the
a start.
philosophical judo master, right?
Hmm.
And they take on Kenichi from the very beginning. Kenichi is this very weak individual, and I say Akisame has the biggest impact in transforming Kenichi as a person and his overall physical strength. He starts him off with the basics, is kind of building up his physical strength and slowly teaches them techniques. I'm trying to figure out how to
I don't know. If I were to
describe how
talk
Yeah,
about
I guess
Kenichi's growth,
I
I would
discovered a
say that
fundamental. I
between
discovered a fundamental.
Kenichi's boner and Akisame's tutelage. he
I
makes
discovered
a
a
lot of headway
fundamental
in the
issue
world.
here, and it's like, yeah, unless I'm aware of the protagonist, because that's the whole point of being a mentor to the
Yeah.
protagonist. Like, as long as I know the protagonist, I won't be able to. But I mean, with Bisky, I love her because at that point in the series, Gon and Killa were pretty strong already. But Biscuit was the one that was like, yeah, they're like unpolished gems. If I give them training, they'll be invincible. And her training with Nen and everything, it lasted months while they were in Greed Island, and she incorporated a bunch of really crazy thing. Like, it was funny because it was just like, okay, we're going through this desert to this town. All right, now we got to the town, go all the way back to where we started, and now dig through mountains. Okay, now go all the way back again and dig through the mountains, but without tools. I'm like, and it's like, hey, I mean, that's training. It's like, it's just working out just to the point where you can get to your leveled up. So there you go. I mean,
Yeah, well, Akisame kind of did the same thing. Akisame needed to go shopping, so what does he do? He makes Kenichi drag him barefoot to the shopping place where he could pick up all of the stuff, and then Kenichi has to drag him and all of the stuff back barefoot. Like,
does Akasame turn into a strangely attractive giant muscle lady though?
he's already a strangely attractive giant.
Strangely attractive?
I mean, his body is
Interesting,
perfection.
Tekking. Interesting.
No, and I love the way he teaches also. Like, there's this one street fight where basically he says to Kenichi, you must understand, if you're shorter than the opponent and you get into like one of those mercy hand locks, you will not win, because since he is taller than you, he can push down on you and it'll push you back. Watch. And he basically pisses off the guy. The guy like attacks him and he grabs his hands, and the other guy's way taller than Akisame. And Akisame's like, right, so you never want to do this. And the other guy's struggling. Akisame's not even breaking his sweat. And he's not being pushed back because with his toes, he's gripping onto the sewer cap.
No, because I thought you
On
didn't
the
know this
ground.
scene. This is the scene that I told you about when I'm like him versus the wrestler guy. with
I
the
didn't know he
mask.
was a wrestler.
Yeah, and he basically tells Kenichi, this is what you don't want to do in a fight against someone that's bigger than you. Basic physics, you're going to get pushed back. And then he doesn't get pushed back because he locks his toes in. And then he's like, then what you would want to do, you would never want to take him head on. And then, what you would actually want to do is hit him in the vital, sidestep, and throw. And it was the
And
best
then he
scene ever.
destroys the guy in a second.
Oh,
See,
and
isn't that a good teacher? He shows
Yeah.
you what not to do, and then he shows
Well,
you what
wait,
to
let
do.
me double check on something. He's only this good mentor if does Kenichi become the strongest disciple?
He does.
does.
Oh, okay, then I guess he's the greatest mentor then. Okay.
But, like,
That was easy to win him over.
But okay.
Nah, I'm still voting for
disregard-
Biscuit.
Disregarding the fact that I've never watched Kenichi, the Mightiest Disciple, I have to say Bisky is the best, simply because of the time that she has spent with Gon and Killa, and also simply on the basis that she has two settings. She's either super cute, super adorable, and is trying to teach you all the methods of understanding Nen, understanding on what to do as methods in order to grow and how to use it properly, and also the chase to find your own special kind of Nen, your special moves, your abilities, and all that stuff. She starts that process for Gon and Killua.
Yes. Yes.
Can I
But
give you a good quote from Kenichi? I can go ahead first, then I'm gonna give you a quote.
but then she has form 2, and then if you ever felt like a small scared little child, you would want this person to be raising you. You would want this person to be your mentor, because
that would be cool.
you fucking know. You already know she's gonna sit there and be all like, "You, I got you. You're my disciple. You're my
she'll curb
friend."
stomp anybody.
Yeah, she'll put your ass to grass before anybody else if you mess with her sons. Those are her sons.
Yes.
Isn't she like 40?
Wait. she's like in her 40s. Wait a second. I think I might have read some chapters of Is History Strongest Kenichi Kenichi that was okay. Is it that manga where there's like a battle between this super sexy girl on a motorcycle jousting a knight?
What?
I don't recall that, but there is a super sexy girl on a motorcycle.
Okay, I might be remembering something different, but
It's
I
the
remember
one where they
this one
took their
thing-
panties to shoot like crab apples. They used them as like slingshots.
What is
No.
going on?
Yeah, I think we're all conflating our fetishes into this series apparently.
Can I give you guys
In
one?
any case,
No,
I
I'm not. I know I'm not.
No, you
Okay.
I
are.
vote for
You just don't know
Akisame
yet.
over
Not
Biscuit.
votes for Akisame. I just want to give one quick quote. So basically, he refers to Kenichi as an ant, and he's like, "Oh, I guess even an ant deserves a break, right, from his training." And then Kenichi's crying, being a little bitch, and then out of nowhere, like it goes from the comedic scene to like his like whole philosophical thing. In contrary, there is much you can learn from an ant, Kenichi. They are able to carry their own body, multiple times their own body weight. There's much you can learn from them. Or, for example, Akisame is the type of guy who, originally when Kenichi wanted the training from him, he's like, okay, why do you want to become strong? And Kenichi gave the answer: he wants to become strong to protect himself and the people he cares about. And then that's the second he decided to take Kenichi on, because he realized he has like a good soul and a good purpose. Because essentially, Akisame is going to be giving him the strength to like rule the world. I don't know. He's a fantastic
I
mentor.
don't know.
in my
I like
opinion.
him also. He had a line, if I'm not mistaken. He had a line like, "A good teacher teaches their disciple, but a good disciple teaches their teacher."
Whoa,
I
that's
don't know.
I like that.
That is so deep.
Or Kenichi ends up like he's mimicking Akisame in the end, and he says, "How foolish of you." Fuck. Do you remember the line, Nux? In the last
I don't
fight
know
against
what you're
Odin?
talking about.
In the fight against Odin? I'm trying to think of the wording. I don't want to ruin it.
All right, Briggs. Okay. I mean, I haven't seen Kenichi yet. I know I have to because you keep telling me to, but I believe in you, Briggs.
Thank you.
I think that if you are fighting for it, I think this guy Akisame deserves to win. So I'll vote for Akisame.
Ooh, awesome. Oh, I mean, technically, you haven't really you're not fully caught up with either series, so you're going for whoever kind of
No,
brought
like,
you in the more.
on the one hand, we
right?
have the woman that can kick my ass, obviously, concept, but you know, I believe in you and somewhat less so in Nux, but mostly in you.
Why,
All
thank
stu-
you. I'll appreciate whatever I could get.
All students must first start with the art of imitation.
Yes,
that's
and
the
he
line I
just-
was looking for.
Yeah.
And that
Sorry,
is it for
Kenici's
Rank
my
of
favorite.
Fate,
I
guys.
love him. He's a philosophical judo master, and I don't know. The blend is amazing, and he's a great teacher. So I'm very happy he won.
Akisame goes on to the next round. That's the stream, right? We're done.
No,
Yeah.
believe it or not, the next round was just put together to destroy Animac. Well, not really, but it sort of will, because Animac is a huge fan of the MILF. Am I right?
It is a good trope.
Yes.
Well, in any case, the next round is Lisa from JoJo's versus Genkai.
Isn't she more of a guilt? Okay, whatever. Anyway,
So I would like to say my favorite scene with Genkai. Genkai trains. It is from Yu Yu Hakusho, by the way. Genkai
really,
trains.
I didn't know that.
Well, for anyone who didn't.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen,
So,
you know
Genkai trains
nothing.
Yusuke.
You cannot sit there and not know Bisky if you do not know Genkai. Same creator, same writer, same manga artist. You do
Who
not
is
know
a
Yu Yu
genius,
Hakusho.
by the way.
I don't know. I personally prefer Genkai to Bisky, so I'm glad they weren't up against each other. But in any
Fair
case,
enough.
Genkai, my favorite scene is basically they joined this dark tournament and they know they need a team of 5 and there's only 4 of them. And this mysterious character joins them and like takes out like all the guys on like a whole boat. And then they find out way later that it was Genkai, the lady that trained them like 2 arcs ago all along. And she was part of their team the whole time.
Like my favorite part about Genkai, there is that scene where Yusuke has to go in, or he goes in, and then like basically Genkai is all like, "This is all of my energy. This is all my spirit energy. This will make you so much stronger."
Yeah, I was about to say that.
But it's gonna rip you from the inside out. And so she has to watch him for hours on end as it is destroying her.
No?
Oh yeah, it was a long time.
Like it was just like watching, like having to sit there, and she's like, she's trying to harden herself because she knows it's gonna make him stronger, but it's killing him from the inside out, and she's not sure if he can do it. And so she's like, okay, I gotta take this out. I can't look at this any longer. It's gonna kill him. And then she's all like, no, we're doing this. It's going in, it's staying, and I'm gonna do this for our friends. And just pushes it back in, and she's like, I have the best student.
Oh,
Like,
That was a beautiful scene. I was gonna bring up that exact scene.
Guys,
like
okay.
I'm about to go into tears how much that was like the best scene.
I
Guys.
really appreciate that because
Listen,
yes,
listen,
Genkai
everybody.
is a dope teacher, and I vote for Lisa from JoJo.
I vote for Genkai from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Well, okay,
Genkai
Nox,
from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Nox, good call. I implore you guys to recall the training arc of Caesar and JoJo.
Oh,
no, are you talking about the
that
oil
wasn't
pit?
until later.
Yes, I'm talking about the pit, bro. Like
I love that. Pit.
that is an
Damn it.
amazing training arc. Lisa
Hell.
is an amazing mentor and MILF, and I vote for Lisa.
The hell climb pillar.
And it's all up to
Sorry,
Lord
man.
Brigo.
Oh, is it tied 2-2?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I'm
Not
totally...
saying you're not saying the pressure's on, but the pressure's on.
This is a very,
And now
it's a very
Briggs is
hard for
gonna
me.
say, who are we talking about again?
I'm totally looking at the bracket. We have Genkai versus Lisa.
Go ahead, make the wrong answer.
I will make the wrong answer. Because even when I lose, I secretly win.
There we go. The secret power that trumps all.
To be fair, Lisa is much hotter.
Well, yeah.
The
I'll give you
argument is
that.
ours, Animac.
Yes.
Damn it.
I think they're both great.
You are the
teachers.
reason why I drink.
What are you
I think
drinking?
the relationship between Genkai and
Bailey's Irish cream.
Oh, that'll do it.
between Genkai and Yusuke was a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
It's just so hard. I think I like Lisa better
How
as a
was
character.
it deeper, bro? How was it deeper than the relationship between Lisa and
Doesn't Genkai end up like giving her life for Yusuke?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. She does.
Lisa
She gets it
gave
back,
life to
but yeah.
Joseph?
Yeah, fuck. And there's the whole backstory of who Lisa really is. This is really hard. God damn it.
I know, right?
I totally wasn't paying attention to either of your arguments
I'm
either.
so glad he was spacing out because now it's all hitting him at once. It's
Let
like,
me
yeah.
cover it. Let me recap. We all unanimously decided that Genkai was the winner. So
Yeah.
there you go. There's your choice right
Yeah.
there.
Which means that I vote
That
for
breaks,
Lisa.
so you might as... There we go. Thank
Honestly,
you.
I think I like Lisa better as a character, and they're very close in regards to mentors. So I think that pushes it over for me.
Yeah,
Thank
she is
you.
really good at it.
Lisa goes through to the next round. Thank you, ZeroCraft, for subscribing, and everyone who's been donating magical crystals. I respect you. I love you. No, the next round.
And this is the round that you might want to jump ship for.
Yeah.
Anime. Because it's Reagan from Mob Psycho versus Kamina from a little known show called
Damn
Gurren
you,
Lagann.
Nox.
Yeah,
Damn you.
listen to
Why
And
this.
this was the ultimate, it was my genius plan because I wanted to see Anime
Listen to this. But just listen. 2 characters that I've made dedicated videos on, Kamina and Reagan. Reagan being this week, Kamina being a few months ago. Kamina is my favorite character of all time in general. However, obviously, mentor doesn't necessarily best mentor doesn't equate to best character in general. But I love
No.
both of these guys. They're such unconventional freaking mentors. On the one hand, you have Kamina. He's incredibly reckless and crazy, and yet he's so influential because his reckless craziness is what inspires, what drives, what breaks the mold, breaks the box. You're thinking
Especially
outside the
the world
box,
that
and
they
that makes
live in.
everything possible. His mentorship drives the entire series, even when he dies, man. On the other hand, you have Reagan. He's like, you don't look, he's not an ideal mentor. He's like a flawed guy, and that's why you relate to him, because he's a flawed guy who still has redeeming qualities. He's still deep on the inside, he has these really good qualities, and they slowly grow as the story moves on. So they're both like such unconventional and yet good characters, man.
I will make the argument. The reason why Kamina wins to me is that Reagan does not start off as the kind of character that I like.
Yeah.
For all the right reasons. He's a bit of a con man.
Yeah.
a bit of one.
He's a bit of a con man. He lets on more than what he has. He's obviously lying to Mob for quite some time.
Yeah.
And then, like, Kamina, he has his fears, but he puts that aside in order to teach Simone, like what it is to stand up for the rest of your fellow man, what it is to have this sense of personal self-respect to the point where it allows you to have a fighting spirit.
Yes.
And like, I don't ever get me wrong, I think Reagan, he does grow as a character, but Kamina at the get-go, you love him not for the mentorship, but like for the lessons he teaches for pretty much everyone, because everyone was at a loss when Kamina went away.
Yeah, and that's a great point. Simon is one thing. Let's see you grit those teeth. I love that. But Kamina inspires everyone, because when they go to the surface, he was the one that was like, let's take possession of the gunmen and use them against the beastmen. No one else even thought of that.
Everyone was like,
we're...
I gotta go with Kamina. This is just, it's too good.
Okay, well, I'm also going with Kamina. I was underselling how much I'm going for Kamina. It's over.
I mean, yeah, man, like Reagan is a good character, but Kamina, man, first off, his death, I didn't know that was going to happen. So that shocked the hell out of me when that happened. And it's like, his influence, though, even though he's in like only the first few arcs, his influence covers the rest of that series all the way up to the end.
By the way,
so significant.
By the way, to anyone that's all like spoiler alert in the comments, like I know it's gonna end up coming. I want to remind everyone that series has been out for over 10 fucking years.
Yeah, so if
Your
it's over 10 years, guys, it's
Aaron,
fair.
ladies and gentlemen, this is YaroShien using up his single curse of the stream just to show you how important it is to see Gurren Lagann.
Aaron, I have it right here. This is your ticket, sir. Your F ticket. I used mine up on the GD word. You used up yours on the F bomb. So let's continue.
I'll rip one up too.
Also, guys, on our backs and in our hearts.
Yeah.
And in any case, being that it
Beautiful.
doesn't matter anyway, I would have voted for Reagan over Kamina.
I don't know why I don't.
You make me such a sad boy.
I just realized I don't own Kamina's glasses, and that's a weird thing considering how much weird anime swag I own. I need to get them like stat.
Yeah, I don't know them either.
But in any
because
case,
there isn't good ones.
I paired these off against each other because they're both unconventional mentors.
They are.
That's
I
a
have
good
my
pairing.
own
Kamina mentors through inspiration, not through any direct action.
Like,
And Reagan, I don't know, he develops as he mentors. His mentoring trains him. In the wise words of a wise man, being Akisame, by the way.
Noise.
A good teacher teaches his disciple, and a good disciple teaches his teacher. And
Beautiful.
I don't know. In
That's
any
very
case,
poignant.
I don't know. I would have been torn between the two. I'm glad I don't really have to decide. I was leaning towards Reagan, but in any case,
No,
we
yeah,
are
it's a
on
great-
to the second
it's a great
round.
match.
of
I
the
want
bracket.
to say something about this real quick. I want to say neither of them are perfect mentors, but they are good within their own individual series. They would have never left that underground pit if it wasn't for Kamina piercing their
Yes.
heavens and having
Yes.
the
Exactly.
charisma
Exactly.
to
Yeah,
like, go on.
even after Shimon was the one that discovered the gunman, it's like there's like Shimon doesn't have the initiative to go and do that
No.
kind of stuff. You know, absolutely not.
Kamina was gonna try and do that without a fucking gunman.
Yeah, he was using it his own. Yeah, he was trying his own way. Yeah.
With
He has his purple
with his
sword.
He
Okay.
had a sword, ladies and gentlemen.
Purple sword. Here it is, right here.
Every word that came out of Kamina's mouth, even if it was so like stupid or like bullshit,
Yeah.
it was just so inspiring and like
I know,
It was
charismatic.
conviction. Yeah,
Bro.
he could literally be like, "I'm going to the store to buy milk."
People,
at the
like,
end-
you know how
to be
people
fair,
watch like
The thing that Reagan has over Kamina to me, Kamina, as I said, he mentors through inspiration. Like just by him doing his thing, like people were inspired to follow his lead. And he thought out of the box, and he's definitely a better person than Reagan. But the thing about Reagan is he trusts Mob, and that's something that Mob never had. So as far as a mentor to the protagonist, I think Reagan is, I don't know, more important, I guess. I mean, maybe, I guess not, but
It's close.
I would have gone for Reagan probably.
No, I mean,
I love Reagan as a character, to be fair, but I also
Like,
want to
oh
say
no, he's great. But
But
I
like,
like Kamina more.
here's the thing. Like, I have a Kamina in my life,
Aw.
and like he is a
Isn't he your
mentor to
dog?
me. So I've talked about him before, Quiz Guru, or anime lawyer, depending on how you look at it. He helps me a lot with editing. He's taught me a lot about editing, but also he and I, us both, we play a Kamina in Simone for a Gurren
Wow.
Lagann Bridge that he started.
There we go.
That's cool.
So that's the only reason why. Like,
Wait,
that's
your mentor's an anime lawyer. Is it Phoenix Wright by any chance? I just want to clarify this because
no, it is not Phoenix Wright, but
okay.
he is Canadian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just like Phoenix Wright. What a
Just like Phoenix
coincidence.
Wright,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
Just like
I totally see the connection. In any case, second round because this is taking long.
hey, it's
Because
okay.
the
We're
characters
trying
are
to
all freaking awesome.
Nux.
you guys knew it was when you signed me up for
Nuts.
this. Okay, I
You
go off on
guys
tangents
knew when
on
you
anything.
when you brought me in, you were going to get an opinion.
Hey, no problem because we're trying to get partnered on Twitch. We need the hours, so
Yeah.
please go
Log
ahead.
them in. Log them in.
Right?
Well, in
Like
any
that-
case, next round we have Jiraiya versus Kisuke Urahara.
Sweet. I mean,
No,
Nux,
he
we can
lost the Stein. Kisuke lost the Stein. I forgot. Animac voted
Did
for
he?
Stein because he hasn't seen either series, and he decided to go for Stein because he's Yutz. Anyway, so
Stein made it through. Are you sure?
Are you
Yeah.
sure? Can we go check the tapes?
I thought me, Tekking, and Nux voted for.
I
Kisuke.
voted for Kisuke.
No, yeah, you're
I
right.
voted
oh,
for
you
Kisuke.
did, Tekken?
Yeah. He
Yes.
did make it through.
I
I
did.
voted for Stein. I have seen Soul Eater,
I
but
forgot.
I
Well, in
haven't
any
seen
case,
that much
I'm
of
glad that Kisuke won because I voted for him after all.
There you
and
go.
Animax Putzery didn't succeed.
Yeah, we went for
anyway.
the-
so,
My heart jumped a bit, but way to disappoint me.
Yeah, sorry.
Fluttered a tad.
In any case, we have Jiraiya versus Kisuke,
All right.
and that is rough.
That's so hard.
That's an easy fight for me.
Who you voting for?
Jiraiya.
Well,
Yeah.
I vote for Kisuke.
I haven't gotten that much into Bleach, so I'll go with Jiraiya.
I'm gonna go with
Wait,
Kisuke.
wait. What do you want to know about Bleach? I can tell you some spoiler-free stuff about Kisuke if you want me to.
Well, that was a very quick round. It's 2-2. I would love Tekking
But
to.
I'm gonna have to go with Jiraiya on this one.
Oh shit, boys!
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I think we should talk about these characters a little bit. Why would you say Jiraiya is better than Kisuke? Since I know you're decently knowledgeable about both series.
Well, that my knowledge doesn't have anything to do with it. It's just the fact that I like.
Listen, this isn't fucking Death Battle. This is not
Well,
Death Battle.
Yeah. If it was Death Battle, I would probably give Kisuke the win on that one.
No,
but, anyway.
no.
Oh no, dude. Okay, Jiraiya is okay. We're not gonna go off on a tangent on that. I mean, we
Yeah,
could.
Kisuke would slap Jiraiya.
Let's dial that back for a second. But I think at this point, I'm just going to go with Jiraiya because of the relationship he had with Naruto, and he was a part of that series for so damn long. And you really got to feel for their, like, oh, okay, Naruto never had a dad, so Jiraiya was his dad, but he's also training him to be a ninja and all that stuff, and they spent time training, and that's awesome. And then he dies, and it's like you genuinely feel for him at that point, and everything that they've been through,
So
and
I'll
the
be
stuff
fair.
that Naruto's going to carry on. because, you know, at this point, because they're still looking for Sasuke, and Orochimaru is still like the main enemy as far as they're concerned at this point.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really feel that. I got to go with Jiraiya. It has more weight than Kisuke's relationship did with Ichigo. He was
So-
just
I agree.
I
with
will-
In
that.
any case,
will
I
be
would have
fair.
voted for Kisuke having nothing to do with his relationship. It's just I find him as a much more interesting character, and
Well,
how it
see,
relates
this
to
is the
why
thing.
he's and how it relates to why he is mentoring Ichigo to be doing what he's doing.
I think you have to keep in mind, Nox and everyone else, this is not your favorite character. This is the best mentor.
I know. And that's why I said I like him as a character, and I find it fascinating how his personality goes ahead and takes the initiative to mentor Ichigo. More than the actual bond between them, I find his psychology in being Ichigo's mentor much more interesting.
So I'll be fair. This entire second round, I am including combat prowess to who's a better mentor, and I still have to give it to Jiraiya because Jiraiya is a very skilled and very powerful individual in his own right. Which is
I don't know
the
why.
reason-
Why would you include combat prowess?
Because what better teacher than one that is very knowledgeable in
Dude, you're
their
comparing
field, in their
you're
field.
comparing someone like Jiraiya who could shoot massive laser balls against
Yes.
like Onizuka, who's just a gangster.
And Onizuka
Yes.
still
Well,
wins.
no, wait, no.
There
Is he
we
a
go.
Is he a gangster or a gangstar?
Well,
'Cause there's a
Hey.
I'm doing this only for the second round, simply on my premise that, because these are characters that could comparably go into an all-out battle, and it would take a while before somebody has to give out.
Well,
My
I
deal
don't know,
is
man.
that
I don't
Jiraiya-
give, I don't
Jiraiya
give
versus
combat
Kisuke.
prowess. I don't give combat prowess any value in this.
Yeah,
Personally, I mean, you could go with
either.
whatever you like,
Yeah.
but if you are talking combat prowess, I don't know if you've seen Bleach, man, but Kisuke would destroy Jiraiya in a fight.
I disagree.
Dude,
also
you don't
like to add-
realize how
Oh.
much damage this guy can output.
Yeah, Kisuke is like, he thinks like 1,001 steps ahead. Okay, you give Kisuke just a little bit of time to figure out what Jiraiya can do, Kisuke will wreck Jiraiya's shit.
Not to mention that Kisuke's way faster. Flash Step is faster than anything seen in Naruto
Oh yeah,
until
yeah.
the war.
He's more.
I
Yeah,
mean-
you could just add base stats for that because the ninjas are still human. You know, the Shinigami are more durable. They have, they can move faster and everything. They have martial
can
arts
fly.
skills.
Did-
Yeah,
didn't
he's
Jiraiya
got
already
keto.
win,
He's
though?
got keto. Rika Jokoro just boom sealed. He could summon black holes around people to lock them into place. That's all the
Okay,
shit he's
regardless of power scaling, Kisuke
Yeah.
made Ichigo much stronger than Jiraiya ever made Naruto, in my opinion.
I disagree.
100%.
Bro,
Essentially, Jiraiya taught
disagree.
Naruto to make bigger Rasengans.
Kisuke basically.
Jiraiya taught Naruto the sage form.
We are talking
no.
about two completely
No,
different
he
kind
did
of
not.
fighting styles. here.
Naruto
Yeah.
learned the sage form all on his own. He went to Toadland. He unsummoned himself
he-
to Toadland,
Oh,
and
That
then
is
trained
true. That is
himself.
true. Yeah, Jiraiya never taught Naruto about Sage Mode, but even so, we're talking about two completely different
Yeah.
fighting styles here.
Yeah.
You know, like Jiraiya taught Naruto how to be a proper ninja. Like after the time skip, he doesn't do it that much, but Naruto starts concealing like ninja weapons
the art
on
of
him
the
and stuff,
time
like a
skip,
proper
man.
ninja, that kind of shit.
I
Yeah.
swear to God, the art of the time skip is just
Beautiful.
it's one of the most beautiful aspects about the industry in and of itself.
I want to do a video about that soon. I
But
really
guys,
do love time
I,
skip.
I I'm already editing mine.
Damn it!
I started I've been trying to work on anti-analysis for so long, but I really wanted to come hitting hard with the concept of the time skip. The art of
Yes.
the time skip is so amazing in every single anime that has ever done it because it allows us to bypass what could be 100 episodes of the same exact thing.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of time skips myself. I was
Yeah.
also planning on making a video on them.
I
Okay,
think
we're-
you are-
Nux-
let's all pick a
Nux-
day and we'll all put out our time skip videos on the same day.
You guys should do an epic collab.
I
I
think
don't-
you
I was
are
about to
all
offer that.
forgetting.
Frick.
You are
Let's-
all forgetting
it-
something very important, and that is that Jiraiya taught Naruto the beauty of the female form.
I think
Naruto taught
Yeah.
Jiraiya the beauty of the female form.
Yes, when a 12-year-old boy transforms into a sexy girl in front of a 50-year-old man, that's certainly teaching you something about something.
So
I don't know
Jiraiya
what.
wins.
I just want to say that Kisuke basically allowed Ichigo to continue being a Soul Reaper, but set him up with the holification ability, taught him Getsuga Tensho. Kisuke
Well,
is
no,
like
see,
the-
here's the thing. He didn't teach him Getsuga. He really only taught him, like, all I can teach you is basically just the way to go into an attack. I can't teach you anything about your sword, because that's your sword, you know?
But Kisuke is like the only character that has a similar attack
Okay,
to
so
Getsuga
Nox-
Tensho.
He's
Nox
not
and
much of a
Briggs.
mentor, though. That's the thing.
Nox
But
and
you were-
Briggs.
you were bringing
Hey,
up power.
it depends on what you
Everything
value.
was a list of mistakes that went right.
Dude,
that is true, actually.
we value different things apparently.
Okay.
You and Yaro, you and Tekking are valuing the bond between the mentor and the disciple,
Yes.
whereas
Yes.
Briggs and I are valuing more from the mentor's perspective, who's more interesting and who we like better.
But
And
Nox
how the
Briggs, I'm a
mentor
bit
affected
confused
the
here.
character
I'm
and their
confused-
progress.
Nox and Briggs. I'm confused
Yeah.
here. Like, we already voted. Why
And
do you
I
guys keep
explained this
arguing
to you before. I will explain once again. I am not saying that this is going on which character I like better. It's which character I like better in regards to training the character. Kisuke is a massive dick. So the psychology behind this massive dick, yes, we are talking about dick psychology, ladies and gentlemen. And why he went ahead to train Ichigo and how he went about it, I found more interesting than Jiraiya's.
Okay,
I
well,
agree,
we
I
already
agree.
voted,
I'm sorry,
but I
I
guess
just- I stand
Nox
to
and
disagree.
Briggs are
Alright.
going to continue to yell over each other and argue this point, so...
So, what were the final
So
votes? What
basically,
ended up happening?
Animac concedes and Jiraiya wins.
No, it was 3-2 for Jiraiya 20 minutes ago.
Not
That's what
20
I said.
minutes ago, like 3 minutes ago.
But don't worry, Animac, we're all good. We need more time on the rant.
No,
on
I
the,
know. I'm sure. Like, go ahead,
Twitch.
man.
We're
Talk
all good.
more.
Okay,
Talk
all right.
Go
cool.
ahead. Go
Hey,
off.
Nux, hey, that great moth, buddy. How you doing with that?
Great Moth is the worst creation.
I will
in
have you know,
history
good
of
sir,
Japan.
I made a great
I'm
moth
all about
deck,
them
and
lamps.
I created a great moth deck, and I defeated the Seto Kaiba on YGO Pro with that great moth deck. So if
I
your argument is
don't
valid-
believe you.
Oh, I have the video evidence, Nuxanor.
Oh God, this is terrifying. I'm gonna have to make a debunking video. In any case, next round we have Izumi Curtis from Furumeto Arukumistu Brotherhood versus Yami from Buraku Kuruva.
Oh wow, that's rough. That I
Fun
did not-
fact: Yami beat All Might. Suck it.
Yeah, that was easier for me. Much easier for me to vote for Yami over All Might than this one. This is a
Yeah, this is
really
brutal.
messed up.
This is basically from just like a really fun character. There's just the way he messes with his subordinates to like a powerful like female character who's like the stepmother of the Elric brothers. So this is gonna be weird.
Okay, but like I'm not gonna also lie.
Yes,
Izumi's husband.
is
yeah,
a
he's
bear.
amazing. He's a great
Yeah.
character. Together, the two of them are like a pair of awesome
They're-
characters.
Listen,
he's very
listen.
quiet.
I aspire to be Izumi's husband.
That would be
I'm,
pretty cool.
I'm already 210 pounds. I'm only 5'6", but you know, with a little bit of black magic, I'm pretty sure I could get that extra foot.
Tis a fantasy I will never have. It is on you, Aaron.
Yeah, like listen, the art of the bear man is so amazing. And also keep in mind that that is the creator's ideal male fantasy.
That's funny. I didn't even know that about Arikawa, but no,
Well,
that's hilarious.
He
Now I
is.
know
He
it.
is
Because,
like,
like-
a great husband. He's a great husband.
He is.
Yeah, like because like this isn't like that isn't just Izumi's husband. You got to remember
That's Arikawa's husband.
the best character in all of Full Metal Alchemist.
Armstrong?
Armstrong? Yeah.
Yeah.
Passed down the family for generations.
Pass down the family for generations.
And that's why he has VA at the end of his name.
Yep.
I just listen. Armstrong and Izumi's husband are
They have the best
most
bromance.
precious
That
boys.
scene when they're fighting Sloth and they just kind of look at each other and they don't say a
Oh
word.
man, I love that
they,
scene.
they just start. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Dude, when they first meet, I'm not sure if it's in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood or if it's in just in Full Metal Alchemist, where he goes into like the butcher shop,
Yes.
and they're like,
yes.
look at each other, and Armstrong like makes his muscles, and like his shirt tears from his muscles, and then Curtis like looks back at him and makes his muscles also even bigger than Armstrong's.
I
And
think
they're
that's
just, like
Brotherhood.
growling at each other, and Elric's like, "Wait, should we step in? Like this is gonna get dangerous." And then they both just shake hands with those twinkly things.
So
don't
just to
His name?
note,
Uh,
I'm gonna give it back to Izumi simply on the premise that she is married to one of the greatest men in all of
That's nothing
anime
to do with
history.
her being
there's
she
nothing
being
to
a
do with being a
mentor.
mentor,
So you're
but I
saying
see
you're
your
voting
point.
nothing
for
to
the
do with
woman
mentor, but
because of the man.
No, I disagree.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think that both Izumi and her husband make a great team, and essentially it is a team of mentors and almost like insert parents or like sort of like
like
stand-in
keep in mind,
parents.
Yeah, Ed and Al
for
never had a
Ed and Al.
dad. Well, they did
he
have
had
a dad, but
interactions
yeah.
with Ed and
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
with
Al,
Ed and,
yeah.
and like Ed and Al, because like there was this one interaction where like they get kicked out and it's like Izumi's all like, you're no longer my students.
Yeah.
And then they're about to leave and then he's like, okay, you're no longer her students, but that means she can look at you as adults right now and
Oh
you need
shit!
to go talk
yes.
to her.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
there was
shit.
that moment. There was that I am this father figure, but like what she says versus what should be happening is two very different things. He does that. They're a great team. They're an
Agreed.
amazing pair. They're both mentors in their own right. Just one is a little bit more silent than the other.
You convinced me,
anyone
man.
remember his
You
name
convinced
now?
me. I'm going for Izumi as well.
I voted for Izumi immediately, but does anyone remember her husband's name that I'm actually trying to remember it?
I think it's Curtis. Or,
No, her
uh,
last name is Curtis.
The last
The
name
last
is
name.
Curtis.
Oh, it's Sig. It's Sig. Yeah.
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 Well, in
think.
any case, I was gonna vote for Izumi as well.
Oh,
I love
wow.
Yami, love Black Clover, but yeah.
Yeah, there he
Yeah,
is.
same.
Now I'm picturing Yami and Sig next to each other.
Do you guys remember when
Yo,
Izumi-
but you remember the scene where they're fighting Sloth, and all of a sudden
Yes,
this massive stone hand whacks him, and then a door opens from the stone, and steps like come down, and she just like walks down the steps.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love her. She's awesome.
Yeah. In any case, she proceeds to the next round.
Da 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 da.
All right,
Sorry,
so next
Yami.
we have the great teacher Onizuka versus the philosophical judo master Akisama.
I'm at a
torturous-
loss for this one.
Oh no, let's go to Briggs. Let's go to Briggs.
torture for me. Oh my god. I don't know what to do. I actually don't know what to do.
So one
I
of my
feel like
viewers
an
just
ant.
messaged me.
And that's disrespectful to the ant.
Follow
So-
your heart.
So
Ladies
what am
and gentlemen, we are waiting for Briggs to decide, and none of us will budge until he makes his choice.
Oh my
Getting
god.
those hours.
Okay, so I'm gonna actually do what this bracket's supposed to be done, and like, who's a better mentor? Because Izumi. I was gonna vote for Izumi as well, by the way. I love Yami. I think he's a badass, but as a mentor, I'm gonna give it to Izumi.
Yeah.
But this round is fucking hard, man. Onizuka. I actually don't know what to do. I feel like
Give an
Akisame's
I'm
mentorship.
loving this.
Akisame's mentorship, a lot of it is obviously it's philosophical, but a lot of it depends on Kenichi and his physical growth. While there isn't just one person that Onizuka's affecting, but rather he literally affected every single person in the class, from the delinquents to people that were like, it wasn't just like, oh, I have one student or a couple of students I'm going to help out against these other students that are terrorizing them. He helped every student, every different type of person in their own way, and it was fantastic. So I think he is the greatest teacher, so I'm gonna have to give it to Onizuka. But Akisame deserves,
Kenichi. Oh my god.
yeah, Akisame deserves a lot of respect.
The philosophical judo master Akisame Koetsuchi. Yeah, I love him as well, but I also vote for Onizuka.
I also vote for Onizuka because I haven't seen Kenichi, but also Onizuka is awesome. So there you go.
I'll go with Onizuka just to continue the train of voting for Onizuka.
Yeah.
I will be the grain against the grain.
The grain against the grain. All right, I think it's time I take that bottle, buddy. Come on.
No, it's mine.
No Baileys for you.
Listen, being of Irish descent,
Oh, I'm Irish
this
too,
is
man.
nothing.
I'm Irish and Scottish. I got the best of both worlds swirling around in here.
Best of both worlds? Are you kidding me? You're gonna like
Nah.
your poor liver.
Yeah. Well, I don't drink. Period. That's the ironic part.
Oh, so you got two of the most.
I am
drinking-
going to be 26 years young this April. I have not been drunk once in my life.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Where did you
Yeah,
go to high school, man?
Out in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the country. I never was just interested in it. I never found it as something I wanted to do.
Well,
you know?
you do seem like
I
someone who's high on life.
I started drinking when I was a young lad.
I'm Italian.
A
I've been
young
having
lad of
wine since I was like
3
11.
years ago.
I'm confuzzled about how I would act if I was drunk. I'm curious about that every now and then, but not
You
curious enough
wouldn't
to
be
actually
using
get
the
drunk.
word confuzzled.
Yeah, you'd probably
You
be
don't
really
know
calm
me,
and
Nux.
depressed.
You don't know how I would be if I'm drunk. Nobody knows how I would be if I'm drunk. I don't even know.
Maybe you would be all
I
calm
know
and
the kind
depressed,
of
the
drunk I
opposite
am.
of Tekking.
Yeah, that would be. That's one consideration. I've thought about
Well,
that. I go either I get really depressed or I get really straight. I don't know, man.
I could tell you the kind of drunk I am, considering I was a bartender for a while. I'm the kind of drunk that will tell you the best drink, and then if you disagree with me, you might not be well respected shortly after. It's like I think Guinness would be the best drink for you. It's like, no, I'll have a Bud Light. Listen here, fucko.
And that's
I'm
two
gonna
versus
be the
one, ladies and
bartender.
gentlemen.
I'm the bartender tonight. It's my job to make sure you don't drink shit. So
You can't sit there and be like, I'll have a Bud Light.
Yeah.
You can't drink piss.
I've
out of goddamn Guinness.
I mean, I've had alcohol before, but never enough to get me to that point. Usually, the only time I have alcohol is Christmas dinner. We have hot toddies, which is like whiskey mixed up with honey, and it's pretty powerful. There's garlic in there too. It can really kick you if you swallow enough of it. But yeah, I don't.
I can make liquid churros.
Ooh, that sounds good.
So it's just basically it's an alcoholic milk fireball, and then what you do is that you get the sugar and
The cinnamon? Yeah.
and you just sprinkle that in. It just tastes like a horchata or a liquid churro.
That sounds delicious.
It's
And
so
that is
good.
something that Onizuka would drink. Very
Tekking.
cool.
You know what we...
I feel like Onizuka would be the man that would have his whiskey straight.
Yeah, he's
When he's
a
trying to get
guy
bad
who
at it.
likes to live hard. Tekking, us
Yes.
proud Serbian people, for Christmas Eve we drink warm brandy with honey.
Ooh, okay. See, my family is Ukrainian on my mother's side, so that's where the other thing comes from. The hot toddies come from. So
Yeah, we
might be
Eastern
similar.
Europeans love honey, man. We love it.
Yeah, we add honey to a lot of stuff for Christmas supper. Yeah.
In order to reference the John trend earlier, I'm a huge fan of Crystal Skull.
I see this. I see that. What's in there? What's in that magic crystal skull?
No, it's Crystal Skull. It's
The
Crystal
vodka
Skull.
that John tried.
Okay, there you go, vodka. I don't know names of drinks or references.
Anyway,
It's like this ridiculous vodka that like you could only find in like select locations.
Well,
We
as
saw it and
Briggs
we were
was
like, we're
trying
gonna
to
have it.
say, I'm pretty sure Briggs was trying to say. Well, anyway, let's move on.
basically,
Briggs, do you
Tekking
have a
is the real
decision?
senpai, and let's move on to the bracket.
Yeah, we'll leave this for the after party, ladies and gentlemen. In any case,
An after
Lisa
party?
Lisa versus Kamina, and I think voting for Kamina is unanimous.
Yeah. Like
I mean, I
Don't.
like them for very different reasons. Like,
Because Animac would like to screw Lisa Lisa, but Animac wants to get screwed.
Well, we've
by
all
Kamina.
been there.
I mean, not literally, but like, I am a pretty hardcore Kamina fanboy. I would be
He
like,
wants Kamina to pierce his heavens.
yeah, like,
Ah.
listen, guys, fuck you, okay?
Kamina advances.
Kamina advances. I love him, and he's my bro, okay? He's my Anaki. Don't you soil that with your filth.
Well, in any case, your Anaki's going to be up against Onizuka in a minute.
My Onita.
This is instantly more hilarious now.
All right.
Well, in any case, next round, we have Jiraiya versus Izumi Curtis.
Oh boy.
Izumi!
Yeah, my initial reaction is reflexes Izumi.
Oh my gosh, it's hard.
Alchemy is better than ninjutsu.
It's cooler than
What type of
ninjutsu.
logic is that? I love you, but
To be
it's
honest,
hilarious.
man,
Yeah.
both
What
are
kind of
super
logic
cool.
is that? Because like alchemy is just better than ninjutsu.
But
Well
both
done,
of them
well
are
done.
super cool. I'm like, come on.
Alchemy basically is ninjutsu. Especially
Except
with all the
you
hand
gotta-
signs, you get like a circle instead.
Yeah,
I mean, unless you've seen the truth.
the truth.
I'm
Honestly,
say the truth,
I,
there would be no circle.
as a huge fan of Jiraiya, I vote for Izumi as well.
I gotta go with Izumi as my final answer.
Izumi
Da-da-da.
wins. Wow.
Isn't Izumi the one who like fucked up Fort Briggs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big time, yeah.
Yes.
For
She walked into
I
the
just
fucking
noticed.
tundra.
What?
The tundra of like basically Siberia. And she lived there for a month, stole their food, fought a damn grizzly bear. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Izumi is
badass.
like a urban legend over there at Fort Briggs.
Yeah, she is.
Fort
She
me.
straight up is.
Wasn't she known as like the Bear Woman?
I don't remember exactly what her
Something
title
like
was.
a wild beast. or
Something similar to that.
Yeah.
I could look it up. Hold on.
Something wild beast-ish.
Well, it's a good thing that Sig is a bear man. we
Nah, fair-
now know how that happened.
She's simply known as a passing housewife or an alchemist. Doesn't say anything on here about a beast. So, but she is.
Damn.
I love when she's like, I'm just like, or do you work for the army? I'm just a housewife.
Yeah.
Just wreck shit.
I'm just a housewife.
Yeah, she truly is more than just, like Ingrata says, truly more than just a mentor. She's like a motherly figure to the boys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she's so cool. She's just so cool. Like,
And she's married to the greatest man in all of anime.
All right, as soon
Look at
as
that
we
crap.
advance,
Look at that crap right there.
let's
Yeah!
Izumi just taking out a bear. I love it.
It's a grizzly bear, for God's sake. Those things weigh like two. I don't know how much they weigh. I'm not gonna.
Well, she's
I was gonna
had
say
practice
2
They
tons.
with
can weigh
her.
up to about 600 to 800 pounds, I think.
I was gonna say 2 tons. That might have been a little bit too. I don't think they weigh 4,000 pounds, but still,
See, the average weight.
of a grizzly bear.
Anyway, the point is,
I'm guessing 900 pounds.
Izumi has
I'm gonna say
had
1,000
practice
pounds
with
even.
her
I'm gonna say
husband.
1,000.
Okay, what is the average weight of a grizzly bear? A male is 600 pounds.
Wow,
While
okay.
female can be between 290 to 440 pounds.
That's still pretty big.
Well, that was
Yeah.
a male, okay?
So,
That was
so
a male.
I was right in about 5 to 800 pounds. So like they're somewhere along that line.
Yo,
Still
I ain't
incredible.
scared. Fucking go Hajime no Ippo on their ass and box that shit.
By the way,
Yeah.
Sam the Gunman said that Izumi is the King Leonidas of Wamen.
All right, next round, Nux, take
Gotta
it away.
respect
Round.
all women.
We have great teacher Onizuka versus an also great teacher. Kami.
Yes!
Kamina!
Thank
Without
you
a
for saying
doubt in my
that,
mind,
Nux!
not even a close matchup. I'm voting for Onizuka.
Okay,
Kamina is
before,
very flawed.
before
Huh.
before we
Kamina has
start
a giant
discussing this,
fucking robot.
hear this.
I
hear
thought you
this,
were gonna
okay?
say a giant something else, which he does. But
Onizuka is great. He's a great teacher. But Kamina is the reason why humanity not only saves their cave, not only the world, but the entire universe. And, you know, the way I judge Kamina, or any mentor, is like, what happens when they die? You know, what happens after that? Is it, you know, like they never lived? Or does their legacy still influence the people that were mentors to?
Well, guess
And
what?
Kamina's
Even though
legacy-
forget who said it.
never die.
I forget
Kamina's
who said it.
legacy is immortal. Even when he's dead, people like Simone knows when the anti-spirals try to trick him. Simone's like, they have like this vision of a fake Kamina who's a thief, and he's like, I know Kamina so well that I know that could never be true, and he breaks through their mind control because of the influence that Kamina had on him as a mentor.
Yeah.
I want to say the same thing that you said applies to Onizuka, even though after he leaves, he's left an impact on each and every student he's ever had.
So, I think to quote, there's a movie, if I remember, it is not what the teacher does, but what the teacher has left behind. For that is the curse of the teacher, something like that. It was basically the saying is like, it's not what you do now, it's what we have left behind, is what our legacy is, what we are, and that is our curse. Because like anybody can take up a sword for themselves, but if they don't know how to use it, who's gonna teach them how to use it? What is the legacy that is left behind by the people you teach?
Yeah.
So I got to give it to Kamina, because he took up his sword and he taught everyone. everyone that was inspired by him, everyone, especially Simone, when he decided to just take the ideals of a good leader and then make it his own and then rise up against the anti-spiral. And then we got the most amazing badass final fight of all of anime. I don't care what anybody says. United States of Smash, more like United States of something.
Bro, this guy gets me. Finally, someone gets me, man.
Yeah,
No,
like United States of Smash is a 1. That's a base for me. But like the final fight between the anti-spiral and Simone,
it's the entire universe. Like yeah, Onizuka does leave a deep impact on the students that he touches non-sexually, and I respect that a lot. I think he's great. But Kamina's legacy, his mentorship, saves the entire universe. Even Kitan is inspired by Kamina. Not just Simone. It's not just Simone. And that's what I love about this.
So are you saying that Kamina is universe level?
yes.
Kamina
I
is
think that argument
literally
can be made.
universe
Okay,
level,
but
everybody.
counter argument.
Well, power scaling wise, being that Jiraiya is stronger than Kamina, would we agree that he's a better mentor?
Well,
In any
Jiraiya
case-
got knocked out by Izumi. So.
Well, now
Yeah,
that argument's dead. Any case, I vote for Kamina as well. I love
Oh,
Great Teacher
thank you.
Onizuka.
ouch!
Thank you.
Ouch.
Finally.
I'm a
Ouch.
big fan of Great Teacher Onizuka. He even has Great Teacher in the name, so like, you know. But I think Kamina's a greater mentor.
Nux, let me just say this
I'm
to
gonna
you
go Kamina.
as good friends and old friends. Thank you for once not trolling me, for once giving it to me, man.
Well, you guys all make great points. I just want to read a quick message from the chat for you guys. Animac has good points, but the only thing that they didn't account for was that Lord Rigo said GTO. And it's either you agree with Briggs or you're wrong.
Well, shit.
Sorry, guys.
We're all wrong on Kamina advances, ladies and
Kamina
gentlemen.
advances. And now that Kamina has advanced and it's Kamina versus Izumi, these are like the two best choices. So it's a great final no matter what happens. Love it.
Oh God.
I think
One
I'm going to
could
kick this
imagine
one
it.
off, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't mind.
Okay.
I would like to start off by saying that Izumi is a character who lost her child
Yes.
due to
Yes.
using human transmutation. And now Ed and Al basically underwent a similar trauma because of human transmutation. And that's one of the really connecting reasons why Izumi is such an amazing mentor to them. She's a total badass. She says it the way she sees it. She does amazing things, and I am going to give it to Kamina because Kamina is the greatest mentor in all of anime.
Oh man, I think I'm gonna cry, bro. I think I'm gonna cry. Thank you, Nux.
I'll second off. I'll second off because I am a guest. I like Kamina not just for the fights, not just for the rising of his brother Simone, the honest to God heart, the soul, the guiding spirit of Kamina, even in like a moment where they were able to connect, even if it was, I don't know if it was his imagination or if it was the fighting spirit, but it's just, there's just too much. There's just too much that Kamina holds value to. Izumi has a lot of flaws. Izumi has a lot of problems.
Kamina has a lot of flaws too, man. And that's
Kamina
one of the
does have a
reasons
lot of
why
flaws.
that is one of the reasons why I like him. He is
Yeah,
a flawed character, and his idealism is not the ideal mentality. And
Yeah.
he ends up losing because of that idealism. That said, that makes him a lot more human, and that makes him more of an influence. To give Simone his Simone inherently is not an idealistic individual.
Yeah.
But the crazy idealism that Kamina emanated is basically what influenced Simone to become the person he is. One of the things about Gurren Lagann that I love and why Spiral Energy is one of my favorite things in anime is because it is a physical manifestation of passion.
Yeah.
And when their spiral energy became an ethereal form of Kamina, like to fight the anti-spirals, that's because their passion was the essence of Kamina. And
Yeah.
that's what took the final W.
So and that's why I'm gonna have to give it to Kamina, because like it's there's just too much about Kamina. Izumi still flawed in her own right, and considering the fact that she's a second place for both me and Nux, like that's already a lot to say compared to everyone else. But Kamina is without a doubt his legacy, his drive, the spiral and the passion, the goals in which, and the people that were established because of him. Kamina takes my W.
Yeah.
He gets my win.
Let me just weigh in on this. I think that Izumi is amazing. Two of my favorite anime, not top two, are Gurren Lagann, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. But Gurren Lagann is my favorite of all time. And I absolutely love Kamina, not just for his character, but for his philosophy. I try to live my life by Kamina's philosophy. This idealism, this I don't care about limitations. I will look outside the box. I will see that surface even if no one else does. That is what I aspire to be. So for me, it's always going to be Kamina. But this has been a great Rank Cafe and some great matchups.
I just want to say that I'm going to vote for Kamina as well, even though it's already over. Just because, for me, I would have had Onizuka win the entire bracket, but I might as well give the win to the person who won against Onizuka, mainly because people have bad taste.
I'll give it to Kamina. I'll give it to Kamina too. Your arguments really swayed me there on the end of the tipping
He
points.
mentored
he
from beyond the grave.
He really did. And Animac brought up the philosophy he stands by and everything, and you could take that stuff with you into your real life. So
here's the thing.
I'm gonna go with Kamina.
And here's the thing. He didn't just inspire that passion, but he taught somebody to go be a teacher, which was Yoko.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Guys, 5-0 for Kamina. This is the greatest day of my life until I have children one
Floored.
day. Until I have children one day, this is the greatest day of my life.
Kamina?
Animac's a special person. He will name all of his children Kamina.
Kamina 1, Kamina 2.
A lot of people actually don't know this, but what's Animac spelled backwards?
It's Animac with a K, by the way.
Hold on a second.
It's Animac with a K.
It's really cool. I didn't know that for a while.
Holy shit!
Oh!
Yeah.
I just quit. Am I in the damn Matrix right now?
What, you really didn't know that?
I just
No!
entered the fucking. I just entered the Twilight Zone.
I don't go around flipping people's names, Nux. Wait, what's my name backwards? Shit. I will forever be known as Gnect.
Berserker wanted
It's
me
a
to
far
bring out
less
the flag,
sexual
guys.
name, to be fair.
Berserker wanted me to bring out the flag. On our
Here's
backs
the
and
heaven.
in
Oh, that's
our
beautiful.
hearts.
On our backs. And
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful,
Anyways,
man.
I figured you got to make it real. I like trolling Animac probably more than anyone else likes trolling Animac. And I don't know. Every once in a while, I think it's okay.
Yeah, man, after this, you
Any-
can troll me as
sorry?
much as you want. After this, my life is complete, so everything else is totally fine.
Yo, so ladies and gentlemen, Kamina wins the bracket 5-0 as the greatest mentor in all of anime.
Beautiful.
Amazing. Amazing day, everybody. Oh, wow. This has been a
Animac, you're
long one,
feeling
so...
exactly what I feel when Digimon won Best Isekai Anime. Because, to be fair, while you live wanting to see Kamina be victorious, I live wanting to see you not be victorious.
Let
So,
me
like,
ask
you
you
know.
a question, Nux. I wasn't there in that isekai anime. Did you include Mare in the poll?
I don't think we did.
Damn you.
No.
Hey,
Damn
I have a
you.
question. Because you guys are far more knowledgeable in researching anime than I am.
Well,
Like,
I'm more into a boob specialist, but yeah, sure, hit me. What do you need to know?
Okay, so I have an everlasting question. Something I brought up on my channel quite some time ago on how to make isekai better.
Oh, okay.
I brought up an interesting point of conversation. and I am in the search for it. Do you guys know an isekai anime that isn't fantasy based?
I feel like that would be impossible. no?
Yeah, that would be every sci-fi
Okay.
isekai anime.
Well, no, because here's the thing. Like, Sword Art Online kind of has that, which is sci-fi, but it's also fantasy because it's in a game, but it's also a game that's a fantasy game.
Same with Log Horizon.
Yeah, Log Horizon. Isn't Dot Hack the same thing? Although I'm not really into Dot Hack.
Overlord as well.
Yeah.
Well, Overlord,
so
we
you're
don't-
thinking
we don't really
you're
know.
you're talking like an isekai, but it's like a sci-fi or
It's sci-fi,
a
western, something,
a western or a
something-
steampunk or something.
Yeah,
Okay,
something
I
something
got
in
you.
relation that it isn't fantasy.
It's not an anime, but it's still a fantasy. But like, if you look at the
West-
Dark Tower series by Stephen King, it's very Western, but it's still fantasy.
I am aware of Dark Tower.
Yeah. By the way, let's
Would
wrap up
Westworld
this.
count as that? I don't think so.
Let's wrap up this episode, and then we'll stay still for the after party and hang out here on Twitch. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you to Tekking. Thank you to Aaron, and thank you to Briggs and Knox, of course, for this awesome mentorship bracket. It was quite amazing. I want to say though, I won't, to repay Knox for making the right choice. I will not read all the reviews this time because we already gone
I
on
was
for a long
about
time.
to say we should read all the reviews.
Let me read the winning review, and then we will read the other reviews just kind of together in the after party. But
Before you read the review, I just want to say I've been tallying up all the votes here for this tournament bracket, and One Piece still wins.
yeah.
Go ahead.
well,
Adam.
yes,
So-
yes.
The winning review, which can get a free shirt, just hit me up. And you choose your shirt from animeopera.com, which is the store that we have, the Anime Opera channel. We pay for the designs and have them, they're exclusive, unique designs.
I've checked it out. It's pretty cool.
Thank you, Tekking. So the review is called New York Times bestseller. And the description is, amazing podcast, a beautiful blend of memes, men of culture, and Nux finding new ways to trigger Animac. I have been a long-time listener, and I find that the podcast continues to get better each and every week. The core trio of Animac, Nux, and Lord Brigo have amazing chemistry and always make me laugh my ass off. Hope that the podcast continues to grow so more people can experience Nux sabotaging people into voting for Digimon as best isekai anime. P.S. Shout out to Animac for being a real one and reading out the reviews. Amazing! This is amazing review, catering to a lot of the stuff that I talk about. Like, this person is, sizing me up, but then their nickname. And this is some L versus Light shit, guys. Their nicknames is Megumin is something.
Say
You have
it,
to
man.
say it, man.
Don't puss out. Say it. Show gratitude.
Even I don't want to say
Fine,
it,
the nickname is Megumin is, quote, Megumin is a viable option, unquote.
All right, can we get a
Darkness
clip
is
of
best
that?
girl, though.
Can someone cut out the quote
Would you
part
like a
and just-
shot of Bailey's?
Darkness
Can
is
someone,
best
I
girl.
don't know, in the chat, I'm no Twitch master here, but can someone please cut that out?
No, you can't. I
Animax
said it
saying
too
Megaman
fast.
is
I
a
said it-
viable option.
I said it
I
way too
got
fast.
it.
Lord.
I'm a tech master. But yeah, guys, thank you for joining us. We're going to continue on with the after party. We'll be back next week. And until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.
Bang.